What's good, guys? We're back again with another video. Now that the All-Star break is over, I wanted to kind of give my thoughts on it because, as we all seen, it was kind of lackluster and really boring throughout the whole week from Friday to Sunday. It was just, it wasn't like All-Star weekend used to be. Like, I remember as a kid growing up, I used to look forward to that shit. This year, knowing that it was in Utah, knowing that the shit that I used to love wasn't going to be there, I really didn't look forward to it. And, it showed. Like, back in the day, it just used to be celebrities everywhere. The competition in every event, the skill competition actually meant something. Three-point competition, which is still kind of good now, but back then, stars, and stars. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Dame, Devin Booker, Kyrie, all in one three-point competition. Then in the dunk contest, the same thing. And I kind of feel bad for dunkers now because, you got to, be a legit dunker, not an NBA player. How you see the dunkers on Ballers Life and everything, they're dunkers. They focus on making dunks. These are NBA guys, so they only know the dunks that they usually do. So I know it's hard for them to, find dunks that they made or something because, all the dunks have been done. We've seen 1,000 East Bays, 1,000 windmills, 1,000 360s. But we'll talk about that. But, I just remember back in the day, All-Star Weekend was fun. And, these last couple years, man, it hasn't been like that at all. I think the last good one was 2020 in every event. Aaron Gordon versus Derrick Jones Jr. in the dunk contest. I believe that was the year that I think Steph Curry won the three-point contest that year. And I think that was the last bigs versus small guards skills competition. And then Sunday, we know we got the first time that they implemented the new rules of the All-Star game with the whole Kobe passing and everything. And that was a good game, bro. Shout out to Kyle Lowry. He made it a good game. But it's just not like that no more. So starting off with Friday, we had the whole celebrity game, which, nobody never really cares about that ever since Kevin Hart dipped. And a lot of people never really cared about it. It was decent. I understand them trying to do different things. I see them actually trying. They implemented this whole spin the wheel thing, and they had 6 different options. They spin the wheel. One of the options was 6 versus 6. That was cool, but again, you gotta have the names that attract people. I think the biggest name that night was fucking YBN Corday. It wasn't that attractive to watch. Now, the Rising Stars game, I think the new rules that they implemented, I actually like those. I do. They have that whole target scorer thing. They got the G League coming up. It's still kind of rookies or sophomores, but they mix them up. I actually like that. That was actually fun, too. It was fun, even though it was some names they should have put in there, like Shaden Sharp, Sahai Fly. You need that kid. You need him in the All-Star weekend. If you would have had him in that game, he would have did the dunk competition because I think I heard that he didn't do the dunk competition because he got snubbed from Rising Stars because he was originally supposed to be there, but snubbed him. But still, that was fun. I actually liked that that whole Rising Stars game. I actually really enjoyed that. Now you take it to Saturday. Saturday literally makes the All-Star weekend, and it was terrible. Like I said, the skills competition, it doesn't matter no more. Last year was the first time they did the new format, 3 teams with 3. They have three different games or challenges. First is the original skills challenge, and the second one is the whole passing thing, and then the third one is a little not a knockout, but around the world basically. And last year was fun because the Cavs were in it. You know what I'm saying? We won, but this year was boring. Nobody cared, and the rookies were trash. And Giannis, well, not even Giannis, his brothers were trash. And just the Jazz, they didn't care that much. So it was boring. It was so boring. Compared to last year, it's so boring. Even last year, even though the Cavs kind of dominated, you had Giannis in it who actually made it fun. You had Tyrese and Scotty Barnes who, that time, they missed 7 layups in a row. That was fun. It was, this year, it was just nothing that I can remember. It was just forgettable. Next, you got the three-point competition, which a lot of people feel like the three-point competition is starting to become the most important event on Saturday. I don't know how I feel about that yet because I do think we overblow how bad the dunk contest has been. I think just the last 2 before, Anthony Simons winning, that was kind of a bad one. And then last year was fucking terrible. From top to bottom, everybody was terrible. But I don't think we give enough respect to that The show that Hamady Diallo put in 2020. I don't think we give. No, that was 2021 actually. I don't think we give enough respect to what Aaron Gordon and Derrick Jones Jr. did. Like, I think when people think about the dunk contest, they automatically go to 2016. That will never happen again. That's the best dunk contest of all time, non-negotiable. You gotta stop putting other dunk contests to that standard. But we will talk about the dunk contest. The 3-point competition was fun. It was okay. Tyrese came out, killed the first round. Dame killed the first round. Who else? Buddy Hield did his thing in the first round. I only think this one was kind of boring because like the shooters weren't hitting. But I understand having Julius Randle in it because you probably couldn't find a replacement that quick. But fucking come on, be fucking for real. Laurie was started off on fire, then he was Kevin Huerter was god awful. I feel like I'm forgetting another name that was god awful. But like it was just the shooters weren't shooting. But then in the finals, seeing Dame beat Buddy Hield by 1, that was fun. Tyrese kind of folded in the finals. Buddy Hield did his thing in the finals, but it wasn't that. It was nothing. Like, I forgot to say this in the beginning of my video, but it's the reason why you got Mac McClung, Giannis, and Dame on the thumbnail is because I feel like they just carry the whole All-Star weekend. Giannis is being the face of the NBA, one of the, if not the best personality in the NBA, just how funny he is. I know y'all seen that shit he said about Grant Williams. That was hilarious. And then Dame, he hooped in the 3-point competition, and he hooped on Sunday. And then Mac McClung, which we will talk about now. The dunk contest. To me, unpopular opinion, it was good. And it was a Jericho Sims away from being great. Let's just get him out the way. The first dunk was decent. It was whack because even me and everybody knew he was going to do that dunk. We all know Jericho Sims is a nigga that literally looks down on the rim. So that dunk was so predictable. And he did it with 2 arms. Okay, I would have gave him like an 8 or a 9 because it's still very impressive for a guy like him to do that. At that stature to do that. Then the second time, you put an envelope on the net and you do the same fucking dunk with 1 arm? And then, not only that, you pulled yourself up, and then when you tried to get the envelope out, you ripped the envelope? Like, it was just, that was so fucking cringy. And like, just seeing nobody react to it. Me, I would have never came outside after that. I would have been embarrassed. And that's probably why a lot of these stars don't want to do it. Because shit like that, they think they did something hard, and it wasn't hard, and nobody react. That's probably why. But, yeah, he was trash. Kenyon Martin Jr., I wasn't mad. His first dunk was really good. If he would have did the first try, I would have gave that a 10. But it was really good. I understood the whole 3D ball idea. Your dad can't throw alley-oop. So, yeah, that was pretty bad. And then we get to just the guys that I think stole the show that whole night. Trey Murphy. I'm going to give him... Actually, I'm going to get Mac out the way because Trey's my dog. Mac was surprising to y'all, to the people that are not into high school basketball like me. I was, not anymore. But I was very much into high school basketball. And Mac McClung was one of those guys. The white boy. Him and Tyler Hero had that shit. Oh, and Nico Mannion and Jordan McCabe. They had that shit locked down. That was the 4 horsemen. They were the guys as the white men. And they were just bouncy. Well, Jordan was just so fucking crazy. I don't even know where he's at right now. But the other guys, also with Tyler, he's just bucket. The other guys is just bouncy as shit. And that's how, I've been knew Mac was this. You seen a nigga catch a lob from the side, then do that. Like, I've been knew Mac was that. So the dunks didn't surprise me. But seeing it on the big stage, I was happy to see my boy finally get his moment. Because I think Mac McClung is more than a dunker. I think he should be on the NBA team. That's a good player. He's just small, but that is a good basketball player. But yeah, he showed his ass, bro. Showed that first dunk. I didn't even see the backboard at first. Boom. Then the dunk I said earlier. That's tough. That's tough. Then the next one, he showed his ass. He deserved to win. Trey Murphy. He got not. I hate when people use words too loosely. He didn't get robbed. But the scores that he was getting was kind of fucked up. That first dunk was crazy because he caught the ball backwards, head hit the rim, and then did the 360. And y'all want different dunks. The creativity in that dunk, but having Jose, or even before that, acting like you were just you missed the alley oop or you missed time to alley oop, but no, you was just doing that so you can get to the other side of the court so Jose can come out of nowhere, like shit like that. That's creativity. So I think that dunk deserved a 50. The next dunk after that, I don't know if you got a 50 for this, but behind the back, then you do that, but backwards, that's a 50. That is a 50, and I think that is the dunk he got the 50 in. That's the 50, bro. I'm sorry, that's a tough dunk. And Trey Murphy is one of the only guys in the league that can win a 3-point contest and a dunk contest. He is very good, very good. Now, the next dunk, the nigga threw it up mid-air, never touched the ground, caught it, then did the three, the windmill, and then tomahawk that bitch. That's a 50. And like, we've never seen that. I've seen it in like some high school shits, but I know Shaq and Kenny the Jet Smith, they're not watching high school shits. We've never seen that dunk. That's a 50. All while his head is still at the rim. Crazy bounce. That's a 50. Then the last dunk, which I knew he was going to do. I called it before the dunk contest. Because he's just no homo. He's long as shit. So I knew even him doing it was going to look good. The 360 windmill. I knew it was coming out. I would have did that in the second round because you still probably would have won. And then pulled that at the last because you would have made it a competition. But to me, both of them guys showed their ass. I think the dunk contest was good. I think it was good. I think we're going in the right direction. I heard Max said he's coming back. We get Shaden in there next year. And announcers stop dick riding Ja. And for the people that think I hate Ja, no. I'm just tired of niggas keep asking this nigga to do the dunk contest, and every time he tells y'all no. Stop. Just like you did with Braun. Just like you're probably going to do with Zion. Fucking stop. Them niggas are not doing it. Okay? Get it through your fucking head. They're not doing it. Now, to the Sunday game. Trash. And I felt like we took a couple steps backwards. Even last year's game where Team LeBron was still like they was in a comfortable lead. It was more energy. And it was more defense. Yesterday, like Jaylen Brown said, a layup line. Like Mike Malone said, one of the worst basketball games played on TV. It was whack, bro. It was whack. It was cool to see Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell go off in the third. Dame, like I said, one of the faces of the weekend. It was cool to see him go off. And it was funny how everybody packed on Giannis for making a bad team. No, he just picked the niggas that was going to hoop in the All-Star game. He didn't go for the names. Like, everybody's like, oh, how did he get Jokic and Luka? Nigga, they don't fucking try in the All-Star game. And Joel Embiid is hurt. So he did the smart thing. So give him his credit for that. But still, it was whack. And no offense to those guys, but you got guys like Luka and Jokic that don't play. Not saying they taking other people's spots, but like, I would love to see other people get those spots if y'all not even going to play for real. But I understand it. It's more so about being an All-Star than playing an All-Star game. Because like JJ Redick said in his podcast, the All-Star game doesn't matter at all. Which I completely agree with. If they're not going to try like they did in 2020, it doesn't matter. Yeah, All-Star Weekend was bad. I'll give it like a 6. And why? All-Star Weekend in Utah. What the fuck? Like, I understand wanting to give every city an opportunity. Shit like that you can't do. I'm sorry. You can do the little exhibition games like the game in Mexico. That's fucked up because Utah is actually a city they play basketball in. But still, like, bro, that's All-Star Weekend, bro. LA, Miami, New York, Texas. I can't. Just the big cities, bro. Nowhere else. Chicago, Charlotte, even like shit like that. Don't Utah. And next year we're gonna fucking Indiana. Come on now. Where we gonna go after that? Like, it's stupid. So yeah, All-Star Weekend was a 6. Shout out to Dame. Shout out to Giannis. Shout out to JT. Shout out to Mac. Trey Murphy. Y'all showed y'all ass. Y'all carried. I don't know how we can get better. I don't. They even implemented the Kobe rule, and it was still fun, but nobody trying no more. So, hey, that's it for this video. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.